What is up, guys? King of Underworld here, back at you with another part of What If Senku is in My Academia, Part 7. Quickly before I want to go into this, I just want to say thank you so much, especially my tardiness, especially yesterday, as I kind of fell asleep. And yeah, I just want to make it up to you with a double upload. Utah will come out, I'm most likely just going to do it on Friday? Yeah, possibly Saturday, but definitely not on Mother's Day either because, yes, gotta give love to your mum, guys, unless your mother is mine, then that's not really a thing. Yes, but anyway, hope everybody has enjoys this part, and yeah. So, last left off after Senku and, well, Deku heroically saved a bunch of people in Hosu, as well as take down the notorious hero killer Stain, as well. People came into both their rescues as Endeavor was saying that they shouldn't get the credit for taking him down as they had an unauthorized use of their quirks. As everybody started crowding around, as well as the media reporter, as catching in as they get a glimpse of two heroes, they ask for any quotes as Senku gives a rallying speech to the new generation and tells them that do not blame Endeavor for doing his own job. It was just following the codes and conduct passed down to him by his past generation. Instead of looking back at this incident as one of a terrible one, we can look forward to it as two new heroes being born to help others. As everybody now knows the name. Well, it's quite famous. Overnight, the two young and promising heroes, Dr. Stone and Deku. As everybody is absolutely obsessed with them. After they got their incident solved, we now jump into the new part. So, it was, well, when they had finished up all the incident, he decided he got a call from from a number he didn't know. As he flicked it open, just says, hello, Ishigami speaking. And it says, Senku, it's me, Hatsume. I got your number off Pal later. It says, oh, Hatsume, what's wrong? Oh, nothing. I was just wondering, if you want to cancel, the Saturday thing, I don't blame you, especially after all this. And says, what do you mean cancel it? You must have been looking forward to it. I mean, I was, but I'm not going to force you to. And it's like, then don't worry about it. I can do Saturday, it's fine. What about all the paperwork? And it says, trust me, I'm not a licensed hero, so that means I don't have to do paperwork. And it says, oh, so you be free? It says, yep. Any preferences? It says, no, whatever you want to do. It says, alright, meet at the Shinjuku station at 12 o'clock. As she says, okay. As now we're getting, now the next day arrives, as it was a Friday and when the Hosu incident had occurred. As he gotten up and gotten dressed, as it's still, I'd say he was wearing a similar outfit to what he's wearing, but without the lab coat in the thumbnail. So he just has a tie, and I'd say he has a throw over coat because it is. I'd say it's winter at this time because why not? As he throws on the coat and heads out, he meets up with Hatsume. As well, he says, "Hey Hatsume, you weren't waiting here, I hope." He says, "No, I only got here about 5 minutes ago." Well, I'm sorry for being late. He says, "Don't worry about it. I was worrying that I looked bad anyway." Bit of gaggling clothes. As she was wearing a outfit, so she was wearing um, overalls and suspenders. If you want something to picture it like, picture Winry from Fullmetal Alchemist when she's or when she's at home. That's what she looks like right now. Says, "Nah, you look alright. Actually, you look great." I'm a bit slapdash for these kinds of things. I don't really have many going out clothes. Says, "Nah, I think it fits you. Smart and casual." As says, "Alright, any preferences?" It's like I said, whatever you want to do, Senku. I'm not phased at all. Says, "Oh, alright. Well, I thought while we're here, I might as well pick up a few things. Did you need to grab something?" It's like, "Well, I mean to look at some hardware, especially for some upgrades. So I can just order it through the school, however, it's going to take forever and the filing. So I just thought I might as well go grab it now. And this is a project of my own." And it says, "Alright." As they start going through some electronic stores and going through old reused parts, as it says, this probably isn't the most stately thing to do, but I thought I might as well get out the way. Says, "No, it's alright," as she starts looking around and her eyes absolutely wander off as she starts gushing over some of the beautiful pieces of technologies in here and says, "I can use this, this, and this. Wow, oh my, wow, there's so many cool things in here. An old retro arcade system? Oh, if you fix this up, this will be worth millions." She starts getting excited and is like, "I thought it might be good to bring you here. Then you're more relaxed." Says, "What do you mean?" Says, "You're more relaxed when you're around technology in your work than you are around normal stuff. So I thought I might as well hit two birds with one stone. We might as well find something that we're both interested in and make a time out of that." As it said, "No, I didn't know you thought it's that way. I just thought you just liked technology." "Well, I do like technology. However, I thought I might as well treat you to something that you can enjoy as well. So, what better, what better place for an inventor rather than a place where you can pick out anything you want to choose from." As she starts gushing over some of the items, and he actually buys her a few of them. As Senku makes quite a bit of money actually. His hobby is to help him understand a lot of technology and circuitries. He often fixes up computers, um, well, a lot of complex machinery, and often works part time building, like, doing a lot of concealed constructions. As he is best in business for this kind of thing. As his father is Byakuya. As well, in order to get into that program, you need to be quite highly qualified. As well, his dad, nonetheless, was an aeronautic engineer. So he was quite he was quite suited for the task of being able to teach his son a thing or two, even amongst all his jokes. And so they started looking around for a while. He buys her some of the pieces as he says, "Call it a gift for having to come and get her to do something like this with him." Says, "Now let's find some place to eat." As says, "Any particular choices?" And says, "I'm probably going to an internet cafe." Alright then. As they head down, they sit in and they get like a little booth. As well, they just sit down while doing this and start talking for a bit as he starts discussing what he's going to do with the new parts after Hatsune had asked the question about him. Says, "Well, I plan on putting this into a new machine of mine." "What's that machine gonna do?" "Well, whether or not I can get it to work or not is the challenge. But I plan on something that's gonna analyze and synthesize the quark gene." "Wait, seriously? Something like that will require millions of dollars and no, billions. We've been trying to analyze it for ages and unlock its mysteries. How we can only discover the surface level things. Well, sometimes the biggest endeavors often require a simple mind. But your mind isn't simple, Senku. I didn't say that. It wasn't. I'm saying you need to think outside of the box. Somebody who doesn't think logically. So I'm going to ask your help with this, May. What would you do? Says, well, I don't know. From what I know about genetics, if we can find something that that it deeply affects the chromosome, see if we can, well, reverse engineer the gene and find all its coding. If we can replicate that into another creature, we can essentially, craft our own quirk gene. Exactly. And that is what this machine is for. We're going to be able to scan the whole gene and chromosome with it. It says, but that would take years to analyze it all. Well, since we know exactly where the quirk gene is, thanks to our intense research on it, we can section it out, and we can use past research to analyze and replicate the data inside of it, so it cuts everything out. It's like a human Turing machine, except with with our genetics. It will automatically filter anything that's already been repeated, and it would find the new factor, find why those and then we can research those factors indefinitely. As well, she's just amazed as his idea, if it comes true and he actually makes it, would not only win him a Nobel Prize, but make him one of the greatest minds on Earth. As she said, well, how did you even think of this? Well, see, my father is quirkless. Everybody laughed at him. Everybody thought he couldn't do it. He couldn't amount to anything. He'd never go far. He wanted to become a hero. And he was never able to accomplish that dream because everybody kept rejecting him. The society was biased towards people with power and people with influence. So instead of just sitting there giving up, he clawed his way to the top. Even if he couldn't become a hero, he would become someone wealthy with enough power to inspire and research so the generation after him can, become what he couldn't be. Heroes in their own right, people who could strive to have dreams. And man, whenever I had been stumped in my learning, whenever I've been stumped in life, I look towards him and I find a new passion. He is what led me to think of this idea. Because if I can give these same people like him who are quirkless, power of their own by replicating and being able to splice the gene, I can make this, discriminatory society, whole again. And once I do that, then I'll be able to, well, restore this world to peace by making it so once everybody has one, there's no point in being special anymore. As Hatsume was actually in tears after hearing this explanation, as he's all doing this just for his father, just for the man who inspired him, because he didn't want to see him live the same fate as when he was a child. And he says, "Are you alright, Hatsume? Sorry about the sob story. Like, it's brilliant." What is? Well, the fact that you want to become just like you want to become a powerful man. Well, not just powerful, but a powerful symbol. You show people that Even without a powerful quirk, you can still be a hero. You use your science to show everybody that there is always a way. And you want to use that science to further develop a way for people in the future to look forward and have a dream no matter if they're quirkless or not. And I find that admirable, Senku. I really do. As he smiles and just says, "Oh, thanks." Says, "How about we get something to eat and something to wipe those tears away?" Says, "All right." As they go up and well, they go up and order their food as well as get a napkin because to wipe the tears from it, the tears that are still in her eyes. As they just say, bring it to this booth. Um, as they go and sit back down, as they start talking about other things. As well, it says, "Well, we got a bit of time to kill. Do you want to try and?" So what'd you buy? What'd you need those parts for? Well, I need to get the encoded chip out of the mouse. There's only one of that kind of style. And it's old technology, but it's very efficient. It was discontinued in place of a newer, cheaper one. So I want to be able to get that coding pattern back. So I want to take the chip out of this and see if I can try and redesign it. However, I need to get Power to help me with it. Says, why? I can just do it for you right here and now. But you don't have the proper tools for it. You need a proper kit. Says, don't worry about that. As he pulls out from his pocket and opens a little mini tool case. As he clicks a button as they expand into full power size tools. Says, what the? Oh, this is one of my first inventions. See, these tools I can, well, I can carry around with me anywhere. It's what I use my hero belt, actually. So, yeah. These are for my own design. And it allows me to fix and patch up any wiring that I find around in my suit or well, in about anything that's every day. So if there's a problem that's keeping somebody held up, say let's say a door is locked and you can't get access to it, I can rewire and hack into it. So it's always useful to keep it around on me, no matter the situation or wherever I am. And if it fits into the size of a small phone, well, it'd be great. As well, he starts working away as the food comes along. As well, they take their food, put it down, and start eating it. As well, Hatsume's just entranced by watching him work away, and she was just staring at him. Says, "Wow, he's so calm and just handsome." And she's just watching him just watching him do his work, do his magic, breathe life into the machines, and seem to be a master of his own craft. As well, I'm realizing it, she was just right next to him, like right next to his face, just watching what he's doing as he's working away in his lab. And it's like, this goes here, unscrew this, carefully remove well, carefully remove that, get the soldering. As is, as he pops pops the little chip out, it says, "Yeah, Hatsuma, I think this is what you wanted." As he turns around, as he was too busy working away to notice that Hatsuma was right next to his face. As it's like, Hatsume, Hatsume, and she was just staring at him. It's like, uh, are you okay? And she leaned in and kissed him. It's like, whoa, 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 what was that for? I, I'm sorry, I don't know why I did that. I don't know either. It's just, I couldn't help it, especially after watching, watching you work away with that solemn look on your face. That just, you looking so calm. I just couldn't do any, it just felt wrong not to. as she says, well, from what my friends, one of my friends say, there are not very many of those flying around. They said if you ever like this, it's something they call love. It says I'm not very good with these kinds of things. Senku says neither am I. The two of them are just sitting there awkwardly. As he just cuts silence. Well, from what I hear from my bigger friend of a gorilla called Taiju, he always says love is just a passion in your heart that seems to never wear and seems to give you energy. I always laughed at him for it and saying that love is it's just a psychological thing and hormones in your brain. Hell, I even still feel that now, but it's just different. I always admired you from a distance. You were completely insane. You thought of something that nobody else would think of. You created, you created marvelous machines and inventions just by the sheer thought process of just building, not even with a purpose, just working away. You always seemed to make something that even I could not even fathom. So it's the same for me. I always admired your mind. And I eventually started to realize that, and after that, that just confirmed it. Confirmed what? It says, probably not gonna be the best of this, but here goes anyway. Hey, Hatsume, will you go out with me? And she kind of freezes up and starts turning red. And she doesn't know how to respond. As she's just stuck there, as even Senku can tell. Don't know why I switched to Deku. It's like, you're allowed to say no. Says, it's like, no, sorry, my brain is trying to process. Uh, yes. It's like, yes, I will go out with you, Senku. As he says, great. I am so sorry for that. As well, they are. She is. She's smiling and also started crying again. It's like, come on, you need to stop breaking down in tears. It's like, I'm sorry. I'm just not used to this kind of thing. Neither am I. Hell, it was kind of fun watching this all unfold. So after they had finished their food and stuff, they had decided to go out and do something else. As Deku pointed towards an old retro arcade, and says, "Oh, these games might be a bit too old for you, but I find them very interesting." She says, "Well, I don't really play too many of the new games, but I hope they're good." Says, "Well, these ones date back to 1990, between 1992 and 2020. They're quite old." As should say, geez, they're almost 100 years old. Yeah, they're quite old, like Dusty Relics, actually. As they start playing some of the games, as she was at first, she was like, "How do you play such old clunky games?" And it's like, well, my dad used to be my dad is a big lover of these ones, and so this was handed down from his grandfather. Well, as they all, as he would play all the games like Super Mario and all the old Sega games as well. So he was more used to these ones than I am, and that's why I kind of garnered my love for them. As it doesn't matter what time period or how advanced the game is, as long as you have fun doing it, I think it's good. So I was showing you how to play some of these games as they played some old arcade games as well, such as like Time Crisis and Metal Slug. Those are awesome, by the way. They was, and she starts having some fun again. It's like, as well, they leave off on a high note as they say their goodbyes, as it's time for them to, well, time for them to part ways. Deku, wait, no, not Deku, Senku. I always get that mixed up. Senku, well, takes the train home as he gets off. As he walks back home, and then as he reaches home, he opens the mailbox. As he looks inside and says, "There's a letter. I wonder who it's for. Must be for Pops." As he opens it, well, he doesn't open it, but he looks at it and says, "Senku Ishigami." It says, "That's weird." It doesn't say who it's from. As he opens the letter and says, "Thank you, Ishigami. For being the first place winner at the sports festival, we have given you 2 tickets to Island." It says Island. What's that? Oh, that's right. It's that big, huge city that Dad always goes on about, saying that his friend works there or whatever. As he continues reading, it says, "You have been invited to meet a very special guest. Whether you choose to meet him or not, it is up to you, Mr. Ishigami. However, the guest you are meeting is David Shield." It says David Shield. Mean that? Wait, do you mean the David Shield? Hold on, what if it's just a scam or something? I'd be careful, I don't know. These tickets look real. As, just thinking, As he calls up his dad, who's saying, as he gets Byakuya's floating around and says, "Byakuya, you got a call. It's under the name Senku? Oh, it's your son, actually." He says, "Oh, pass the phone." It's like, "Hey, Senku, how are you? What's up, Pops? Ah, I got a very interesting letter." "Oh, so you just called to ask about a letter, not see how your old man's doing?" You'll be fine. I'm not your mother." Says, "Oh, why are you so cold?" "I'm not." "Yeah, so what did you want? So what was this letter you're talking about?" "This letter I'd received was from David Shield. Do you know anything about him?" Says, "You know that friend I say went to Ireland with?" Yeah. "Well, he's the one that currently runs it, and that is David." Says, "You gotta be joking." It's like, as much as I'd like to say this is a joke right now, no, he's actually a friend of your pop. It's like, how close of friends are we talking? Oh, we were college roommates. Also, that's why I also know All Might. However, I don't think it would come up in conversation, as I know a few of his secrets. As So David must have seen you at the sports festival. Yeah, well, I assume so, because it didn't seem like it came from a UA thing either. However, it was addressed to the UA Sports Festival winner. Yeah, he most likely contacted him saying that if he could send a letter himself personally. As he continues to explain why Dave would do such, and says, and well, I hope there's nothing too serious about it. Who knows, maybe you can invite a friend with you. He gave you 2 tickets after all. And says, "Do you have anybody in mind? Do you have a girlfriend, maybe?" And says, "I'm just joking." And he says, "Yes, I do, and she actually likes this kind of thing, so I invite her." He goes, Huh? You got a girlfriend? No way, the guy that used to say love is just a chemical hormone. It is just a chemical hormone. And how did you get yourself a girlfriend exactly? I asked like any other person. But you, Senku, who doesn't believe in love, has got a girlfriend. I don't need to believe in the concept of love to get a partner. This is why you don't have one. That's very mean. Like it's true, and some of the astronauts that can hear this as he's currently up in the ISS start laughing at him. Well, he is right, Byakuya. If you want to get girlfriend, you need to uh, stop stop wasting your time making jokes and man up. Stop making jokes, Ivan. Even though he's right. After all, I am his wife. It's like, the parry is just stop. Stop embarrassing me in front of my own son. As he just says, Pops, you're already embarrassing yourself long before these guys did it for you. Anyway, I gotta go. Hey, Senku, wait! As it cuts out and says, that boy. Just start laughing himself and like, and it says, you two! And it says, oh no, is Byakuya angry at us? We should apologize, Ivan. Oh, it was too funny to resist. As well, as Senku gets back into the phone and rings up Maya's, she picks up the phone immediately. Says, hello? Says, hey May, I know it's quite sudden, but do you want to come to our island with me? Says, wait, Island? Yeah, well, I got a letter in the mail saying that I should. Like a letter saying I have got 2 tickets here for Island as I was the, UA Sports Festival winner. But not only that, I'm also going to meet David Shield. Wait, the David Shield? Yeah, that guy. So I was figuring, since you are at a technology level like myself, do you want to come meet, well, do you want to come meet him along with me? And she immediately says, yes, of course. As it says, alright then. Apparently it's meant to be set off a week from now, so make sure you get your bags packed and ready. As, well, she does. Gets everything she could possibly need packed. Her babies, her welding torches, everything else. As, well, her mother would just smack her in the head saying, you do not need those, especially on a plane. Anyway, they'll confiscate it from you. It's kind of dangerous equipment to have a welding torch in there. What if it explodes? You're right. As, well, she was forced to pack normal clothes and everything, as well as anything she possibly need. She just tried to sneak some stuff in as her bag got to get checked, as then she got taken to the airport. As he, well, he greets her as well as her mother. He says, oh, you must be Senku, am I right? Yes. You must be Hatsume's mother. Says, yes, where's your parents? Me? Oh, that's right, I don't think I mentioned it to either of you. But I'm actually an orphan. But you said you got a father. Yes, well, that is true. However, he's up in space right now, so not with me right now. But anyway, he adopted me when I was young. He raised me as his own, and I never, I never knew my parents. Apparently, they died. Well, my mother died at birth. My dad, well, let's just say he couldn't bear losing his wife at the time, so my uncle, well, he was technically my uncle, but I just call him my dad now because that's basically what he is. It's either I call him Pops or Old Man, but he decided to take me in. And so, Byakuya Ishigami is up in space right now, and I'm here by myself. As he gets the tissues out ready, and he's like, "What are you getting tissues out for?" And it's like, "Wait for it." As 5 seconds later, May bursts into tears, and it's like, "There it is." As he hands her the tissue, and it's like, "Here you go." So his mom says, "That must be quite hard." And it's like, you get used to it after a while. Anyway, thank you for allowing her to come along with me. Well, I'm pretty sure she wouldn't let this down if I said no. Yeah, you're probably right there. After all, there's so much technology here that she'd love to analyze, look at, and break apart. As said, yeah, that is true. Jesus, seems you know May a lot more than we do. Well, I'm someone exactly like her. Very interested in learning anything they can, for any single means. As it says, well, we better get going, as our plan's gonna be leaving about now. So, let's get going. As this is where I'm going to leave off part 7 to What If Senku was in MHA. Because, yeah, I'm tired. And also, I do not want to try and cram all of Ireland into a 20-minute video. Well, 20 minutes, because I do not want to make this thing over an hour long. But anyway, I hope you do like this more laid-back episode. I try and every so often, once I build up a lot of action, have it built down, I like to just cram in a little, I just like to cram in like a good episode, I guess. Basically, I just like putting in a filler episode every so often. So, like with any of my series. But anyway, getting a bit off topic, now getting a bit tongue-tied as it's a bit tired. Yeah, I just want to say thank you for watching, and I've been the King of Underworld. Have a good one.